Welcome to the wonderful world of Waikato sheds. We're in Auckland. The sun has come out. We're here with Shane.
G'day, Jace.
We're on the site with the Waitakere Refuse Centre. We've been here before. We've showed you the progress. We're working with Sam from Mac Built Sheds in Cassidy, but we're getting towards the end of this fantastic project. So it's great to come up here. We've been doing inspections on the work that's been done in our products, but we're going to take you on a full tour today. So watch through to the end of what we're going. We've got 3 different epic sheds behind us, and we're going to start with the workshop first. What's the size of this building here, Shane?
Well, this is, out of the 3, this is the smallest building. It's 15 by 20, and it's got 3.3 high by 4 metre wide roller doors. Probably the most standard shed of the 3.
Don't you love it when your smallest shed's 300 square metres? Makes you feel good in that sheddy heart.
Yeah.
So these are all wind-locked roller doors made by our mates B&D Garrador, nice and strong. We're going to go through a fire door here. City Glass have done the joinery. We're going to be shouting them out on. There's heaps of cool things they've done for us. Big 175mm box cutters. Then we've got rib line on here from Roofing Industries. Shout out to our man Brad Dinnan. He's hooked us up with this one. Colour steel, we love it. So come on inside. All right, so inside here, there was a lot of backwards and forwards. We're going to mention him a few times. There's a main man that's driven this project, Shane Miller from the Auckland Council. Been fantastic to work with the whole way through. And their architects and then NCE, our engineers have done all of this. But what did you have to take into consideration when this workshop was getting engineered and putting it together?
Yeah, well, all 3 buildings actually, because it's on like a site where a lot of public people are going to be entering. There's going to be a lot of staff. Fire requirements is a big one, so you can see through the roof here. It's got water pipes and stuff for all that automatic fire system. That's like a huge load on the roof, especially when it gets filled up with water. So that's things that NCE are always considering. There's a lot of loadings on the roof. When we move on through to that next building, it's got solar panels. So when you look around, it kind of seems like a normal shed. You look up, there's a bit more going on the roof. That would probably be the main consideration of this building. And obviously wind lock, so we've got a bit of extra framing around the roller doors to be able to handle that the wind loading.
And that's it. So we come in, have a look. New Zealand steel, it's on the sleeve. Beautiful, big C-sections. What do we got? These look like 330s to me here.
Yeah, it looks about that, doesn't it? Yeah.
That's I've seen a lot. So that's all the bracing here, strength by design. So this place is epic. You've got a couple of huge cones on the roof for extraction and ventilation in here. But yeah, it's just been done really well. Shout out to the Cassidy Construction. They've done an epic job on all the site works and the slabs here. Really beautifully done. And then Sam Kale, they've done a great job here on the building.
Yeah.
This is the workshop, so this is going to be where they're going to be fixing things up. The whole point of this is reduce, reuse, recycle. We're all about that because this is a beautiful steel shed. It's designed to last for 50 plus years. And the thing is, once you're done with it, it can go to the electric arc furnace back down in Waiuku at the New Zealand Steel Mill, and then it can get turned into a next shed. So that is the circle of life. Hakuna Matata. Maybe we'll cut that, maybe not. So anyway, we come through by crooning ways. So we've got this one here, as Shane pointed out, got this huge 100mm pipe.
Yeah.
This is the fire system in here. So this is going to be filled with water, sprinkler set up.
Just ply lined, like what you'd expect to see in a workshop. You know, they can screw things to the wall. It's pretty basic, but it does the job.
Does the job.
Does the job.
So we come through this, all this concrete in that. Shout out to the concreters. The level of expertise you have to do to get the fulls right and do this is extreme. So concrete crews, if you ever get to see this, I appreciate your work.
You look across, it's just contoured, right? It's all so water. It's designed so that water can flow to all the right places. It's very impressive. Just
like we appreciate a clay sculpture, I appreciate a concrete sculpture. So then we come into here, and this one, we consider it the sales building.
This is the shop building.
The shop building. I'm always slightly
Gets confusing with these 3 buildings. This is the shop. Yeah.
One shop, one workshop, one sales building. All right, 15 by 60, 900 square meters. This one is excellent. Once again, once it was engineered by NCE, that's taken into account the huge loading that you've got of all these fire systems. and then all of the solar panels on the roof. What I like, and Shane Miller's been working and doing this in conjunction with the rest of his team, is you got this reduce, reuse, recycle theme going on. So you got all of this timber in here that they've created, all their breakout office spaces.
Yeah.
Behind us we've got the toilets, showers.
Yeah.
Got this old joinery in it here, and it just looks really sharp.
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting this fit up, but I love it. I think it's wicked. Got a wine sale sign here, so yeah.
That's it. It's Tuesday morning. I'm already getting thirsty. So we come on through, nice ply line.
See, upcycled timber, it's so cool.
Yeah, rough sawn, it's cool, and it's been done. Then you pop outside here, another city glass door. We come in here, we've got a little bit of a lean-to shelter over here. Nicely designed. Our man Lout from Piedmont, Morrinsville made these. So we got these SHS posts set up. So they're great, just great to see all our friends been contributing into it.
Making sure our Waikato suppliers are still contributing to an Auckland shed, right?
That's it,
Yeah.
is, you know, we've got that money flow going round and around. Got all these huge ventilation shafts. You can see the level of detailing that Sam and the guys have done with the flashing work here. I really like the red here, Pioneer Red. We've had some discussions with it. Windsor grey on the joinery and the cladding. I think it looks very cool. It's got that old school barn feel to it. Who knows, maybe that is reminiscent of the old wineries of West Auckland. I don't know, I'm getting creative. I'm singing. All right, let's continue on our merry way. So inside here, we're just great example of our clear span portal frame technology. It's great.
I love looking down like this, sorry to interrupt, Jace. Like, yeah, just looking down to see a line of portals, it just, I don't know, something about it looks wicked.
It does look
nice
wicked.
and long. It's cool.
Just epic, and it just keeps going.
Yeah.
So we'll cruise on through in here. Big ventilation shafts in there. Make sure that you're going to be getting out all the condensation, all the smells, everything's like that in here. You can see some of the leftover material from the fire design, so just the thickness of the steel and the gauge in here.
Yeah, and looking through this through the roof, you may think, oh, it doesn't really seem like that much piping. But you think about when that's all filled with water, you can imagine that's a lot of weight pulling down on that roof, so you can see why they've had to beef it up in certain ways. You've got some biggish knee braces, which I'm sure is contributing to a lot of that taking the load.
That's it, eh? You got some weight, and this is just in the little one here. So
yeah, thick walls,
nice, thick, looking good.
So yeah, this is obviously it looks like another quite plain shed. It's got an awning off the end, which we'll check out, which is sort of added to a bit more detail. But I imagine this is the shop, so it'll be filled with upcycled products that people can buy.
They're actually going to be building a cafeteria in here. So this has been like, this is full noise situation. Workshops, upcycling, art centres, place for it. So there's going to be the cafeteria here, a little bit of Shane G in the corner, a little bit of a shortboard in there.
Yeah.
That's it. Get out to Piha, maybe, you know.
Hey, I'm heading away on an annual surf trip this weekend, so you know, I could chuck that on the roof. It'll be, give it a whirl.
Little classic, little thruster there. Bit
hey,
small
Jason
for me, but you know.
Terminology.
You know, there we go.
Yeah.
Some little grom will be onto that. So we come through onto this. Phenomenal work from the concreters. You got all these levels. It's all changing. We've got the grates in here. Now this is actually a really complex part of the engineering. Talk me through it, Shane. What's going on?
It looks simple, but it's not. It's so you've got an angled roof, but then it's a kind of an angle on the front, so it makes the gutter line fall away. But then you also needed the gutter to be plumb, so we needed some kind of tricky little brackets, and I had some trouble getting someone to draw them up for me, so I called on my old man, Ian. He's a bit of a whiz on SolidWorks, so he sort of built up a bit of a model and whacked out these drawings for these brackets, and I flicked them onto Marshall Profiling, and here we are. So I think they were a bit of a success. I think Sam still needed to give them a little bit of
love
persuasion.
For the yeah.
But essentially they were exactly what he needed. So thanks to Dad for coming to the party.
That's it. Always shout out to all the dads out there looking after us still. Once again, cool joinery, bifold this time. So this will open up, bit of a servery area.
Serving coffees out the windows.
Coffee shop looking good. Then we're going to turn around and it just gets more epic, doesn't it? We've got these joinery here, and you can see up on this angle, the lean-to of this roof actually overhangs onto the other roof. We've got it all braced up from the strength. So this is people can drive through, unload their goods, it can get sorted through and moved to the shop or vice versa. It's looking great on this cladding option. You've got these falls going on here, you've got a block wall going in, you've got the posts recessed into the ground.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
Oh, just to have a dry, sheltered area that people can work in and unload, it just, you know, we're entering New Zealand winter, so having a nice dry area is definitely valuable, isn't it?
That's it. Let's come through and check out what else we've got going on in here. Bit of concrete cuttings getting done, so it's been looked after. Colour steel cladding, looking sharp. You can see the cable tray situations that we've got going on in here. Huge amounts more for all the fire design that's got to be held into here. All the different strength by design and bracing that's
we've got
working
some bracing up there to try and hold that little wall up the top solid. It's obviously going to get smashed with a lot of wind.
There we go, one of the myths, the legend, Kale striding down. That's might be winter for an Aucklander, but that's a hard Hawke's Bay man, so the stubbies are looking good.
It's looking very close. We've got some reed bracing there, trying to hold all this sort of open area in place.
NCE designed and spec'd that into that, so that we're holding it into that.
Yep.
Huge concrete cutter in here. And so the final flashing work is coming in together now. So we've got the flashings here, guys are working on it, corner roller door flashings and that.
Now we're entering the sales building. This is probably the one that was the most out of the box, right? Got this weird angled wall.
That's it. So to allow for the best use of the site, let's be honest, Shane Miller, thank you. You pushed us to our limits. When I questioned the engineering going, we want angled walls, we're like, all right, let's do it. All right, so NCE, they designed it, engineered it. Shane made those plans come to life in terms of the products. Then Sam and the Mac Built team, they've made it come to life on site. So let's have a look at what we've got going on in here.
Yeah, it was. There was some detail we could get off the plans, but there was just some things that we just needed to do a site measure on. So there's particularly the ones at the very top holding that E-peel in had to get a measurement on site and get them made up by our good mate Lout at Pedmac. So good on you, Lout, yet again.
Looking out for us. You can see the difference in the detail on the wall with the level of girts there to take the wind loading on it. So the whole thing is designed for a high level of strength, a high level of longevity in that in here as well. So Thermocraft Kingspan, we've got Watergate Plus all wrapped up there on the walls. All right, we've just appeared here.
Oh, here we go.
Check out the level of the fire system here. So this is all these controllers. It's running it in. I'd have to refer it to KJ to find out exactly what's happening. But it looks impressive.
Yeah, there's a bit more going on in that room there.
Some more rough sawn timber. It's a very cool way of doing it. And then inside we've got this fire controllers and pumps going on. Here it is.
Oh yeah, a bit of a glass bit that the firefighters would break and hook on their hoses to by the look.
Yeah, that's it. City glass, well done. That looks very cool.
Yeah, but definitely a new experience for us. Like obviously being involved in such a big project with Cassidy Construction and Sam and just all sorts of other people coming in and out of the site. So, you know, being involved in a project like this has been a new experience, but all in all, I feel like it's been very positive. Yeah, it's been very positive and keen to work with the guys, do some more future projects. So that's it. I mean, we're here to help and support people's dreams and turn them into shed reality. Whether that's a double garage for you, whether that's a batch, a shared house, whether it's a ginormous refuse centre to reduce, reuse and recycle, we're here to help because we just want to turn those plans into reality. And it's great having the relationships with great engineers throughout it and great builders and great suppliers that are all here to make it happen. So yeah, well done to everybody involved in this process so far. It's been a lot of hard mahi and it's been a real impressive site. So any questions on anything that's gone on in this process, feel free to hit us up below and we're always happy to answer it. But otherwise, well done so far and I can't wait to see the finished product.